Brad Johnson here from johnson.audio, and today I'm going to talk to you about embracing limitations and constraints and how it can be a great creative technique for your music. Now, this is a message not only for you, but it's a message especially for me. I feel like as a musician, a producer, songwriter, now content creator, it's easy to get into the mindset that you need more, that you need to buy more gear, more software, more plugins, more instruments, whatever it is, so you can make better music, make better content, make better this and that. And we end up getting into analysis paralysis. We start getting into gear lust, or we start thinking, oh, if only I had, and we start to think that we cannot do. And really, limitations have a funny way of making us more creative. I actually once worked with a client when we were doing like a spoken word comedy piece. It sounds crazy, I know, but it was between two boxers, and it was using voices in the boxing ring, and we had to make these noises to simulate like being in a ring. And I had no drums, I didn't have much, and so we had to start getting creative on how to make punching noises and crowd noises and feet shuffling noises. And in our limitations, we actually created some really awesome sounds. We figured out dropping a book on the ground created a really good punching sound. And our limitations created this creativity in us, and it actually became a lot of fun in that discovery process. And we had everything we needed just around us, and we just had to think creatively and think outside the box. Now, in practical terms for your music, if you are sitting there trying to cycle through a bunch of different kind of synth sounds and just all the crazy stuff that comes in your DAW these days, you can get into analysis paralysis very, very easily. I think that focusing in on one thing and just trying to make that work can be the best piece of creative advice I could give you. For example, when I was younger, I didn't have the computer, the DAW, the microphones. I just had my guitar. And so I just focused in on my guitar. I wrote on my guitar. I made that work for me. And then when I wanted drums, I had to reach out to a drummer. If I wanted bass, I had to reach out to a bass player. And guess what? I created a band. And if I wanted to find an audience, I actually had to go out there and play the music in front of people. Those limitations made me had to collaborate. It made me had to get out there and figure it out. And I feel like in this day and age, with all this social media and the internet and everything, we can get into trying to be everything all at once. And this is me. I try to do this as a content creator, as a musician, as a husband. I am constantly putting my energy into so many different things. And I think that focusing in on just a few different things would be more beneficial, especially for me. This is also for you. And this is kind of just me in a way confessing that I need to be more limited in what I'm trying to do, so that way I can create better depth and be more effective and reaching out and collaborating with other people. So, especially when it comes to music production, as I say, it's like building a house. You do not want to try to do it by yourself. Yes, people do it by themselves, and people are successful by doing it by themselves. But I do believe that for longevity and for better projects, you have to be out there networking. You have to be finding where you are deficient and finding others who can come and fill that. That way, you can focus in on your craft, get really good at what you do, and allow others to focus on their craft and be really good at what they do, and then strengthen numbers. So I just want to really encourage you in this, that whatever it is that you're thinking about doing, just try to focus in on that. Just drill into it. If you want to be the mixing engineer, then become really good at mixing. If you want to be the guitar player, then just focus in on being a guitar player. Be really good at being a guitar player. And, I honestly am not going to be very good at this. I will falter because I like the DIY mentality. It's in my blood. I love doing it myself. So I love figuring stuff out. I love the process of it. I like figuring out how to make better YouTube videos. I like to figure out how to make better recordings. I like to figure out how to make better mixes. I like to figure out how to make, better guitar arrangements. I like all that stuff. And so I'm kind of crazy, and it might be to my detriment. And we'll figure that out, and I'll find that out. So really, I just want to encourage you, embrace your limitations. It'll help your creativity. Your brain has a funny way of figuring stuff out when you have limitations. Or if you only have one keyboard sound, then you'll figure out keyboard parts a lot faster because you're not sitting there trying to tinker with the sounds and figure out all this other stuff. You'll just make it work. And I just want to highly encourage the collaboration. I know this is kind of a crazy rant. I'm kind of all over the place on this. I just really want to just drill that into you. And if you got anything out of this, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. To all my other subscribers, I appreciate your continued support. Leave me a comment below to let me know if this spoke to you, or if this is just some crazy rant, whatever. I would love to hear from you. I am Brad Johnson at johnson.audio, where I help you sing your story, mix your mission, and master your message. I will see you on the next video. Bye.